So before I go ahead and start with the video, I do want to apologize for the background. I'm not that great at Call of Duty and I didn't really want to layer it with GTA since this isn't a GTA video, so I do apologize for that before we start.
I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? Now?
So pretty much what this video is about is my just overall opinion on this season of Black Ops. I know this is the first season that Black Ops has been released and a lot of this stuff isn't perfect yet, but it's still not a great season and I'm just going to go into why I don't think it's great and what I do think is great, so that's pretty much what this video is. And before I do start talking, I just want to state that all of this is an opinion. Some of the stuff I might hate is stuff y'all might love, and some of the stuff I might love is some of the stuff you just might hate, so this is all just an opinion. And without too much further talking, I'm going to go ahead and get into the stuff I don't like first. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So first up is the cons, or just the stuff I don't like about the season, and the stuff I don't think is great, and the stuff that annoys me. Now the first problem I have with this season, like most people, is the new movement. The Omni movement is just straight up awful, and I don't know who was in charge of adding it, but they need to be fired immediately. Just in my personal opinion, I think the movement is too cartoony and a little too much for a Call of Duty game. Like, too much is happening on screen at one time. I can be at one corner and this guy can just dolphin dive across the screen, and I just personally am not a great fan of it. It also feels like it made the guns a lot more clunky, especially the MW2 and MW3 guns, because those are actually not customized to Omni movement, so it just made a lot of the guns feel a lot more slower and not fast. Then the next issue I have is actually the loadouts, and don't get me wrong, I think most of the guns this season are good, but I'm going to go ahead and say what the bad things are about them, and later on in the video we'll go ahead and talk about what's good about the loadouts. I think there are more good things about the loadouts than bad, but there still are a few bad things, so I'm going to go ahead and just say what those are here. So the first and main issue I have with the guns is they all feel exactly the same with no variety at all. And what I mean by this is, save for the C9, Jackal PDW, and KSV for instance, they're all different SMGs, but I think they all feel the same. None of them are really too much faster than the other ones, and they don't really have different TTKs, and I think they're just all practically the same SMG. Now, yes, I will admit the long range is a little bit different feeling than the SMG meta, but there's really only two options to run this season, and that's either a sniper or the XM4, because those are the only two weapons for long range that can kill anybody past 50 meters and not have an insane bullet drop-off or TTK drop-off. Now, I do get that's only the first season, but I wish they would have given marksman rifles some more light, or maybe even added some battle rifles to the game, because I'm kind of just straight up bored of only using the XM4 or sniper, because if you're using anything else in a battle, you will get taken down first. Now, my third problem with this season is I feel like they didn't take enough care into the multiplayer aspect of the game, and what I mean by that is they took away all of our favorite maps and added just crappier reskins of maps, or even crappy just new maps in general. Now, the game modes were pretty good for most of the season, except this past 2 weeks they took away things like Infection, and even sometimes Prop Hunt I can't even get to load because they just replaced everything with the crappy red light green light Squid Game mode. Now, I will admit the Battle Royale Squid Games mode is pretty fun, but I really don't like the multiplayer ones in any way. I think they added 4 of them, maybe 3, and they're just all awful to play. I don't think I've had any fun playing any 3 of them. I've tried to have fun, but I just don't think I can get into the feel of it. Now, the fourth thing I just do not like this season is the prestige system, and let me get into why I don't like that. How they had it in the last Warzone is you would actually hit max level that season, and the next season they would release another max level. For instance, Season 1 would have max level of 100, then Season 2 would go to 250, and so on and so forth. So pretty much how Black Ops 6 has it is as soon as you hit level 55, you will prestige, and you can do that 10 times before you can actually start to level up normally. Now, the problem I have with this is it's just a huge hassle to keep leveling it back up, because when you reset your level, you pretty much have to rebuild your loadout, and you cannot rebuild your loadout until I think you're level 45 if you even want the throwing knives and stim shots, which is just very annoying. The main problem with this is I don't even think you unlock overkill until you're level 15, so you're actually going to have to grind a good amount with only using one gun in your loadout, which I just think is very annoying. Now, the last few problems I have with it, I'm just going to go by very quickly because they're not really huge problems. It's just stuff I don't like, and I don't really want to go into that much depth about it. My first problem is I don't think the battle pass is that good, and the shop hasn't been all that good. I think I have over 10,000 COD points right now, and I just haven't spent any of it because I don't like anything they've actually added to the game. Now, the last thing I don't like about this season is how they removed almost every other Rebirth map and only left us with 2. I really liked Fortune Keep, and I really liked the other one that was in the game. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I really liked them, and now they removed them, so we don't really have as much variety when it comes to Rebirth, and I just really don't like that. So those were the things I don't like about the season, and all of that was just opinionated. I know some of you actually might like the shop and stuff like that, but remember, that was all just opinionated. So let's go ahead and get into the stuff I do like about this season. Now, the first thing I like about this season is actually the loadouts, and I know this kind of contradicts what I said earlier about not liking them too much, but really I do like them more than I don't, and let me go ahead and say why. So the first thing I really like about the loadouts this season, and none of them are broken, and all of them are on an equal playing field, so now the game kind of relies on skill more than luck or just having a good gun build. Like, take for instance, all the SMGs are actually fairly balanced. Like, the C9 has a great fire rate and a pretty good TTK, but the Tonto has a much slower fire rate but a much greater TTK and a better movement speed, in my opinion, so I think they're just all fairly equal. Now, the next thing I actually like about this season is the addition of the Area 99 map. I feel like it kind of spices the game up having a new map, which they have not added in a fairly long time, and I actually like being able to see who I'm shooting at because the Area 99 map is actually more vibrant than any other Rebirth map we've seen. Now, the next thing I do like about this season is I feel like the game developers did actually work harder on making the game look better and run better. I feel like it's actually worth my console storage now because the game just looks and runs very smoothly. Now, the next thing I really do love about this season is they actually let you keep wearing your old Modern Warfare skins. In the old Warzone, the reason I quit playing is they took a lot of your skins away when they came out the new season. But this season, they actually let me keep wearing my old skins, which I did spend a pretty good amount of money on, so I am very happy with them because it let me keep my rarer skins too. Now, that actually concludes everything I like and dislike about it, and my honest opinion is this season is just mid at most. It's not great, but it's not actually horrible. Now, as I said at the beginning, this was all just an opinion, so let me know if you disagree or agree with something in the comments and let me know why. Now, I also do apologize for this video being a little rushed. I really wanted to get this video out before the new season, which I think comes out in 4 days, so I really wanted to go ahead and get this thing finished up before then. If you did watch this far into the video, I do appreciate it, and let me know what you think of the season down in the comments below, and hopefully within this month, or maybe next month, I'll hopefully be getting more videos out, but I do have multiple channels, so I gotta work on those sometimes too, but this is my main channel, so I do try to work on more videos here than anywhere else. So with that, I do appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.